Brad and Nikki bought their first house in a nice, upscale neighborhood. They could only afford it because it had a basement apartment with an existing tenant. But now he's moved out, and he's taken the rental income with him. The apartment is in rough shape, and they know it needs some work. But just how much is a total mystery. They need help. I have plenty of income properties, and when a long-term tenant moves out, I never know what I'm going to find. These first-timers bought their home for $440,000. Their mortgage is $2,000 a month. Brad and Nikki bought their first house in an affluent neighborhood. Now what's great is that it came with a basement apartment and a renter. They've done a lot of work upstairs, but now with the tenant moving out, they know there's a lot of work to be done on the income suite if they want to keep up with the area and with their mortgage payment.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Scott.
Hey, Scott. I'm Brad.
I'm Nikki.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Go on in.
The place looks great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How long you guys been living here?
Just over 2.5 years.
You guys have obviously done some renovations.
We've done everything else except the basement. I think we've seen it maybe twice.
Yeah.
So I understand you guys have a renter downstairs.
He came with the property, and he's been a model tenant, so we're very sad to see him go. Now's the time to take advantage of our situation, improve upon the space.
Why don't you show me around the house, and then we'll check out this basement.
Great. So this is the dining room.
The kitchen, I'm proud to say, was done by me and my brother-in-law.
Very nice. Well, let's see what else you've done.
So this is the upstairs.
Master bedroom, and this bathroom looks fantastic. Oh, if this is any idea of what the basement's like, I'm excited. It looks great.
I wish.
It's a shared entrance and into a shared common area.
Is that their bathroom, or is that a shared bathroom?
No, it's their bathroom.
That's the bathroom right there.
Awkward. You guys just come down and do laundry in the tenant's apartment? Oh, boy.
Scott, go right ahead.
That's pretty scary. We need you guys to see this.
Do we have to?
Yeah, you have to come in. The grout is all cracking. I mean, there's a huge, huge separation here. You can see how weak it is. The whole wall is actually rotten behind here. So obviously it's been leaking for a while. The last thing you want is mold in your house. Mold and bad tenants. Get rid of them both. So this is how you guys separate your lives from your tenants.
Yes.
That's somewhat insane. This is the bedroom.
Yeah.
And no window. That's a huge problem. You have to have a window for natural light, ventilation, and sometimes the fire department even wants them as a second source of escape.
But there's a window over there.
Well, that doesn't count. That counts for the living space. So it's radiant heat all throughout the house.
That's right.
Yes.
But I didn't see any radiators down here.
Nope.
There's no windows and there's no heat.
Right.
Well, let's take a look around, see if there's anything that does work.
Okay.
There's some mold. That's what we're smelling.
Where?
Yeah, right there.
Oh my God.
Look at that. That's bad news. You shouldn't be able to stick your finger in that.
Through drywall?
Look at all that mold. Oh, gross.
Oh boy.
That's trouble.
Now that we're onto this, I know the next room we got here is the kitchen. I see some more water damage back here. That's pretty bad.
We had no idea. You have your tenant living down here perfectly fine, no complaints, no problems. Wasn't anticipating this much damage.
Let's get out of here because I can still smell the mold.
Yeah.
You seem upset.
Yeah, a little bit worried,
Yeah.
scared, disappointed.
How
But
much is it gonna cost?
But there's light at the end of the tunnel. I still think there's room here to make some really good money. but I need to get some measurements. And then I'll give you guys the options to see how much work you want to do and how far we have to go.
We're glad you're here to help us out.
Yeah.
I mean, we always knew that basement needed a little bit of TLC, maybe a little lipstick and mascara, get it looking nicer.
Yeah.
But
Definitely not dealing with mold issues and gutting the kitchen and all of that.
yeah.
It was interesting to walk through your basement with you almost for your first time because you've had a tenant since you bought the house. You bought your house 2 years ago for $440,000 and your mortgage payments are $2,000 a month and you've never actually made a full mortgage payment because you've had the rent coming in.
Yeah.
And now the tenant's moving out and we've discovered that there's some pretty severe problems.
Maybe if we would have known about some of these issues, we could have dealt with them before they escalated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've come up with a couple options to address the issues with the mold and all the safety issues. So option one, and this is your legal basement apartment. What we have to do to get it legal is to do some fire separation, first of all, between your unit, their unit, and the laundry room. So we're installing a fire door at the top of the stairs, we're installing a fire door on the laundry room, and we're installing a fire door at the beginning of the apartment. Now the bathroom becomes part of the tenant's apartment.
Perfect.
Great.
Next issue that we have to address is the fact that there's a bedroom without a window. The only way to make it legal is to remove the door so it'll still feel like a bedroom,
Yeah.
but it won't actually be a bedroom. Now the last issue, which is quite a massive one, is the mold. We're going to find out where the water's coming from. If we can fix the problem from the inside, we will. If not, we may have to dig outside. And then we're going to remove the entire kitchen, a bit of a different layout. It's more of a galley kitchen. It makes it feel longer. And we're going to redo the entire bathroom. To do this renovation would cost about $15,000. But you should be able to bring in about $850 a month in rent. That's going to bring your mortgage payments down to $1,150.
Yeah.
Lower than you've ever paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have come up with another option. Here is your basement in option 2. It's a much more open concept. We're going to block off the bottom of your stairwell and create a laundry room up here. So your tenant comes in from outside, they go downstairs, they have their own laundry room. We can eliminate all these walls at the entranceway to open up the basement into a huge space now. We still give you the new bathroom, we still go with the perfect kitchen, but there are added costs. This renovation is going to cost about $18,000, and the basement will probably generate closer to $1,000 a month. That's going to cut your mortgage in half.
That will be much more spectacular.
Yes, but one day, maybe in the near future, if we ever wanted to use that space, we can't, right?
Right.
It is a much more permanent renovation.
Yeah.
It basically turns your basement into a separate apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shared space. It's your house, and it's your choice.
So there's a lot to think about.
Yes, there is.
Oh dear.
So I've come up with a couple options to address the issues with the mold and all the safety issues. I know what I would pick, but this is your house. It's your decision. You've got option 1. The basement gets its own door. Now the bathroom becomes part of the tenant's apartment. Then you got option 2. It's a much more open concept. It basically turns your basement into a separate apartment.
Yeah.
It's really up to you guys which way you want to go.
Well, I think we both decided that we're going to go with
Option
1. I really like option number 2, but it's not a big
small
house. and someone who might decide that they do need the extra space, including us, would maybe need to use that basement.
You picked option one, which is a great choice. It's going to be a lot of work, and I'm going to need your help.
I'm there.
Brad and Nikki have been seriously spoiled with a low-maintenance tenant. Little do they know how much work really needs to be done. This operation is as awkward as it looks. This is all common space between the landlord and the tenant. Not a good spot for the tenant's washroom. I have no choice but to build a firewall with a fire door, giving everyone the privacy they need. Having no window in the bedroom makes this an illegal apartment, but I have a solution. I'm going to rip down this wall and tear out the door. That's going to create a legal bachelor apartment. I'm also going to replace the floors, add necessary heating, and recess the pot lights. We have to be able to compete with the local market, and Brad and Nikki are up for the challenge.
Morning.
Hey Scott, we're ready to start demo.
Yes, we sure are.
Let's head downstairs.
Okay.
So, looks like we've left some furniture.
This is pretty standard procedure when a tenant moves out. They leave you all the goods. I've actually inherited a lot of neat stuff this way. You guys, not so lucky.
There you go.
Let's see it. How moldy is it back there?
Oh my god.
It's like mud. Oh
Is
my
that
God.
all mold?
That's all mold.
Getting out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of here.
I'm done.
Time out. We need masks. This is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We already found mold in the living room. We knew we had to deal with, but now we found all this mold in the bathroom. We weren't even anticipating mold in the bathroom, just moisture damage. But that is a lot of mold. Yeah, let's see what we find. First of all, they've used the wrong drywall. What we use now is Durock, which is cement board.
That's right.
Nothing's going to eat cement. The second mistake they made is they put a huge piece of wood back here. This is like a big sponge. See that?
Wow.
That's a piece of wood falling apart. Here's the good news. There's vapor barrier, and the mold hasn't penetrated that. So at least the moisture is contained on the inside. We know it's not coming from outside. The drywall soaks up all the moisture, and then the mold grows. It creates spores. Just keeps spreading and spreading. Everywhere that there's moisture and organic material, like this paper, the mold continues to grow.
That's disgusting.
Everything is coming out of this bathroom. While the guys are ripping out the bathroom, dealing with the mold in there, this is what I was really concerned with. Oh my gosh. Wow. Water damage is pretty bad. Let's see how much mold we get here. That's pretty wet. Look at that.
Wow.
There's mold.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Because this is a very small amount of mold, which is good. This pales in comparison to the bathroom. Taking my mask off. The water's coming in around here. Somebody's found this before. They've tried to seal it off.
Oh, here's a big crack.
Oh yeah. No, this water's just running along this back wall. I don't think this is a problem that can be fixed from the inside alone. I'm gonna have to have my foundation guy come in.
It's very disappointing to see something like this. How much is it going to cost me?
Hard to say. This is soaking wet under here.
How much is it going to cost me?
Hard to say. I'm gonna have to have my guy come in and check out outside. I mean, it's not a deep dig, but you got a concrete pad out there. This is the reason why tenants would move out. So that wall's under the deck, actually.
There's been a lot of attempts to repair. This is interesting. This is a poured curb that they've used for the water. They're shooting it off this way, so
That is supposed to stop the water? What a joke. I don't want to finish this rental apartment and then have water pouring in on the tenant and mold damaging the whole house.
that's right.
So what would you suggest?
Reseal this back wall.
Hey, Brad,
Hey,
can you come outside for a second?
yeah.
Duggan's waterproofing was just here. We had a look downstairs. I want to show you a couple things.
Okay.
So it's good for you to know what's happening here, because your neighbor here has already done the waterproofing, but your house has not been waterproofed. The only solution at this point is to break up this slab, dig down the entire side of your foundation, seal it, and then backfill. The bad news is that a job like this is about $3,000 to $4,000. I mean, you guys have done so much work upstairs. It would be a shame to have it compromised by ignoring the basement.
Whatever we gotta do, we gotta do.
Absolutely.
I mean, the costs are obviously over and beyond what we originally budgeted for, but we don't really have a choice in the matter.
First-time home buyers need to be aware that a little bit of water can cause a lot of damage to your foundation. So inspecting a home inside and out for signs of water can save you a lot of money. All right, I can really dig this.
This is bad. We've got some holes here and some serious cracking in the block. So we have to fill all the holes, all the cracks, and then after we do our concrete work, we're going to have to waterproof this. And that rubber, we're going to have to protect. So we're going to have to use a dimple board, a drain board membrane over top of that. So we're going to put in a new leaching towel now. It looks like this.
That's great. I'm glad to know this is being done properly. I'll let you do the dirty digging while I take care of the clean cash inside.
Okay.
See you later.
Hey, Scott.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back downstairs.
Thanks.
Come on in the bathroom.
Wow. No mold.
No more mold.
After seeing black furry walls,
Yeah.
this is a sight for sore eyes.
The idea in here today is to lay a flat floor and then put in the new tub.
Correct.
Love it.
Not bad. A lot of work going on in here. This is the way a wall should be done. We put new framing on this wall. All the framing that was here was compromised with the mold. We're putting up what is called Humitech sheetrock. It's mold and mildew resistant. We're not going to have the same mold problems. Water stays on that side, cash flow stays on this side. All right? Hey, Mike. What do you got here? Somebody's made an attempt to level this off. Wow. You opened a hole in the concrete floor. This is really wet. There's been water flowing under here. What's been happening over the years, the water that's been penetrating the walls has been tunneling itself under the floors, hollowing out little rivers and cavities. And it's no longer even safe to walk on the floor. Oh boy, oh boy. Look at that. With Brad and Nikki's basement, we've really run into an old-fashioned reno that wasn't done very well. And if we want to get good rent for the basement, we have to do the whole thing properly and make sure our work is going to last. Waterproofing of the exterior is done. The boys are busy digging. We can't even lay our nice finished floors on here. We need a solid base, so the guys are going to lay new concrete here. Mike's mudding up all the corners. We've reconfigured the kitchen. We moved all the counters to this side. Mike? Yep. We need to drywall this in. Nobody wants to see the stacks while you're cooking in the kitchen. Ugh. We're not going battery operated anymore. We're going to go hardwired. Keep digging, boys. Tenants love a great looking floor, but as a landlord, I'm more concerned with what's underneath. This means a level base and using a mold and mildew resistant pad that doubles as a vapor barrier. Now it looks good and it's gonna last. This is my tenant-proof washroom. Concrete board. It's the Durock backing for my tiles. Tiles are great in the shower, but you can't put them on drywall. It's ready.
I brought in a few of the tiles that we're going to be using on the walls here.
And then you're going to tile the floors?
You got it.
Thanks, Joji.
Hey, Scott. Kitchen's here.
Perfect. Okay, good. It's the last day today. We finished the floors last night. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a long day. I'm having regrets. So this wall is just dividing the kitchen.
Well, we kept it because there's electrical in here.
Yeah, well, it's not hard to move.
You want to take it out now? The day we're done. Can't take it out now. It's too late.
Let me think about it. I just wish I had taken it out earlier.
Want to take this wall out, eh? You want to take it out now? The day we're done.
No, if it was originally planned, the way to do it is to do a half wall at countertop height, have the counter come right to the edge, overhang maybe a half inch. It just throws a real wrench in the plans.
Yeah, okay. It does.
But it's going to cost more money to change it. Why don't we just keep it the way it is?
I like that idea.
Stick with the plan. Anything else you want to do today?
No, that's it. Everything else looks good.
Okay, then let's build some kitchen. It's tempting to make last-minute changes, but it's more important to follow through and focus on the big picture.
Dead on.
Hello.
Hi, I heard you had an apartment for rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Can't wait.
Wow. This looks amazing. Wow. No way. Is this my house? Fabulous.
This is absolutely incredible. Hard to believe that this is what was
Yeah.
our basement.
It actually feels
What?
like part of our house.
Oh, we got a new heater there.
All right, let me take you guys on a journey.
Okay.
I think you'll be quite happy to see your new washroom.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What? It looks unbelievable.
Wow. Huge transformation on this bathroom.
Yeah, huge.
We took mold and we're turning it into gold. All right, let's take a look at the kitchen.
Oh my.
Wow.
What?
New appliances?
This is amazing.
Holy cow.
Wow, look at that
What?
faucet. This is a kitchen you'd find in a condo, and that's what you're competing with.
Right. I can't believe how big it feels in here.
It's amazing.
Do you see what we did with the use of space?
Incredible. There's just so many little defined areas. You know, the kitchen area, the living space, the workspace, a bedroom. I can't
Incredible.
believe it.
Same floors continue right through, gives you that whole flow.
I feel confident that we have this legal basement apartment that's absolutely beautiful and definitely is competitive with the rest of the market right now.
We're really, really happy.
It's more than we could have ever hoped for.
I went through the house with an appraiser. It fits in really well with the neighborhood. In fact, it's right up there. And now the whole house has a consistent personality. You bought your house for $440,000. He suggested that the value of your home, he would list it between $610,000 and $620,000.
Wow.
That's $180,000 worth of equity.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible.
It's incredible news. We're just ecstatic to hear about all those numbers. It just was well worth it for us.
You guys have made some smart investments, and now you need to become very smart landlords.
Right.
We're going to help you get it listed, but it will be your job to pick the tenant. And you guys deserve it. You want to talk about how this whole place is legal. It's a fantastic, newly renovated, 4-piece washroom, shared laundry,
Separate entrance, fabulous landlord.